I caught my wife holding hands with another man in public. She calmly told me, "You're my husband, not my owner." So I moved out, filed for divorce, and watched her new relationship fall apart. I never thought I'd be the guy posting here, but life has a funny way of humbling you. I'm 35, and my wife, Lauren, is 33. We've been married for 7 years. Met in college. She was a psychology major with a fire in her spirit, and I was the quiet business student who couldn't believe a woman like her wanted to be with me. She was magnetic, wild, confident, passionate. I was grounded, calm, steady. It worked somehow. At least, it used to. We live in Denver. I work in logistics and manage regional operations for a supply company. Long hours, lots of spreadsheets, but it pays well. Lauren works part-time as a counselor and part-time at a local nonprofit. She's always been socially active, protests, community work, local meetups. Over the years, I noticed our interests started drifting apart. While I'd rather stay home and watch a movie, she'd go to poetry readings or late-night art shows. Still, I never thought it was more than that. You know, normal marriage stuff. Everyone grows. Everyone changes. Then came that Saturday afternoon. It was sunny, warm, not too humid. I had just finished a meeting downtown and decided to swing by this local open-air market Lauren always talked about. I figured it'd be a nice surprise. I could grab lunch, maybe get her those herbal teas she loves. I wasn't expecting to see her there, but there she was, right in the middle of the plaza, laughing, smiling, holding hands with another man. At first, I thought, no, I'm imagining it. But it wasn't my imagination. She wasn't just walking next to him. She was with him. Their fingers were interlaced like two teenagers in love. The way she looked at him, I hadn't seen her look at me like that in years. I approached slowly, still not fully processing it. My heart was pounding, but my legs just kept moving. "Lauren," I said. She turned, startled, but only for a second. Then her expression settled into something unreadable, like she had already made peace with being caught. The man, tall, scruffy beard, wearing a flannel shirt, immediately let go of her hand. But Lauren didn't flinch. She didn't try to make excuses. She didn't cry. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "You're my husband, not my owner. I'll go wherever I want." The world kind of blurred around me. I barely registered the people passing by, or the food trucks, or the musician playing guitar just 10 feet away. I just stared at her. What the hell is going on? I finally asked. She sighed. "We'll talk at home." I turned to the guy. "You knew she was married?" He looked uncomfortable. "She said you were separated." "We're not," I said. Lauren put a hand on his arm. "You should go." And he did. We stood there for a moment. Just the two of us, the silence heavy. She didn't apologize. Didn't explain. Just told me again, calmly, that she didn't belong to anyone. I left. Drove around for hours. When I got home later that night, she was in the kitchen, eating leftover Thai food like nothing happened. I don't even remember how the conversation went. My head was spinning. She claimed she hadn't technically cheated. Said they were exploring a connection, and that I was emotionally unavailable. She never said sorry. I slept on the couch that night. I've been sleeping there ever since. That was 3 weeks ago. I still don't know what to do. Part of me thinks this is over. But another part wonders if I failed her somehow. If I let the spark die, if I ignored her needs, if I became so predictable that she needed someone new just to feel alive. I don't know. I really don't. Have any of you gone through something like this? How do you even begin to trust again? Or decide if it's even worth trying? The days after that incident moved in slow motion. Everything in our house was the same. Same couch, same dishes, same framed wedding photos. But something had cracked beneath the surface. It was like living inside a glass house where every step risked shattering what little remained. We barely spoke. When we did, it was surface level, laundry, the dog, groceries. Lauren acted like nothing was wrong, or at least like she had already processed it. She didn't act guilty. If anything, she seemed lighter, free. Meanwhile, I felt like I was drowning in questions with no answers. I confided in my older brother, Mike, who's divorced. His advice? Lawyer up. She's checked out, man. But I didn't want that, at least not yet. I needed to understand why. So one night, when she was on her second glass of wine and I was staring blankly at the muted TV, I asked, "Was it just that guy? Or has there been more?" She didn't hesitate. A few others. But I never slept with them. I wanted to believe her, but the words hit like a gut punch. "You've been dating other men?" "I've been trying to feel something," she said. "You stopped seeing me years ago. You see what I do, not who I am." I'll be honest, I didn't know how to respond to that. Was I emotionally distant? Maybe. I work long hours. I get caught up in routine. But that's life, isn't it? You build a foundation, you sacrifice some things for stability. I thought love was in the consistency. Turns out, she needed chaos. Or maybe just newness. Then she said something that made my stomach twist. I didn't want to hurt you. I just couldn't keep pretending we're still us. Still us. Those two words stayed in my head for days. We tried a few long conversations over wine and tears. I wanted to fix things. She kept talking like the marriage had already ended a year ago in her head. She never told me she was unhappy, not in clear terms. I would have fought for us. I still wanted to, but her heart wasn't in it. And yet, she didn't leave either. We fell into a weird limbo. Married on paper. Strangers under the same roof. Then, one evening, I came home late. She wasn't there. No note. No text. I called. Straight to voicemail. I waited. Midnight. 1 a.m. She walked in at 1:37 a.m., hair messy, wearing a hoodie that wasn't hers. I knew. She didn't even look surprised to see me waiting. I asked, "Is this how it's going to be now?" She shrugged. I didn't promise to stop living just because we're figuring things out. That night, I packed a bag. I didn't yell, didn't slam doors, just walked out and stayed at Mike's place. The next morning, she texted, "I hope you find what makes you happy too. I think we both deserve that now." No apology, no remorse, just detachment. It broke something in me. 7 years. 7 years of shared dreams, inside jokes, family dinners, arguments over dishes, vacations, lazy Sundays. All unraveling without a single tear from her side. Now I'm staying in Mike's guest room, trying to figure out what healing even looks like. I feel angry, empty, relieved, guilty, all at once. Part of me wonders, was I blind for years? Or did she just change into someone I never saw coming? I know I need to file for divorce, but I keep hesitating. Why is it so hard to let go of someone who already let go of you? It's been almost 2 months since I left the house. Since I left her. The paperwork is halfway done. My lawyer says it's a clean divorce. No kids. No real fight over assets. We split everything down the middle. The house will be sold. She'll keep the car. I keep my truck. It's terrifying how easily a 7-year marriage can be reduced to signatures and spreadsheets. I've moved into a small 1-bedroom apartment closer to work. It's quiet. Too quiet, honestly. No one waiting on the couch. No candle scents in the bathroom. No arguing over what to watch. I still catch myself looking at the door, sometimes like she'll walk in with Thai takeout and a crooked smile. But I know she won't. The silence feels like grief. And I guess it is, in a way. I'm mourning the version of her I thought would grow old with me. The version of us I believed in. And the thing is, I don't hate her. That's the part that messes with me. I should hate her. For lying. For emotionally checking out and stringing me along. For holding hands with someone else right in front of me like I didn't matter. But I don't. Because I know I wasn't perfect either. I got too comfortable. I stopped asking how she was really doing. I thought being a good husband was just about showing up, paying bills, staying loyal. I didn't realize she needed more than that. It doesn't excuse what she did, but maybe it explains part of it. I've started therapy. Just 2 sessions so far, but it's helping. I talk. I cry sometimes. I say things I'd never admit out loud to my friends. Like how I sometimes scroll through her Instagram at night just to see her face. Or how I still sleep with her old sweater on the bed next to me because it smells like her shampoo. Or how I wonder if she's really happy now. A few days ago, I saw her at a bookstore downtown. She was with him, the same guy from the plaza. They looked casual, laughing about something. I don't think she saw me. Or maybe she did and chose not to react. I didn't approach them. I didn't freeze this time. I just stood there for a second, watching the life she chose, and then I walked out. And you know what? It didn't hurt the same way. It still stung, but there was also this weird sense of peace. Like I was finally outside of the storm, looking back instead of being stuck inside it. I'm learning to cook again, trying new hobbies, joined a weekend hiking group. Nothing major, but they make the days feel fuller. Last Sunday, a woman from the group asked if I wanted to grab coffee after the hike. I said yes. We didn't talk about relationships or exes, just music and hiking spots and the best place in town for apple pie. It felt normal, not magical, not life-changing, but real. And right now, real is enough. So to everyone out there who's gone through something like this, or is going through it right now, I just want to say, it's okay to feel shattered. It's okay to not have all the answers. But don't stay where you're not seen. Don't settle for someone who treats your loyalty like a leash. You deserve someone who chooses you every day. And if that person turns out to be you, that's still a victory. So, what would you have done in my place? Would you have walked out earlier? Tried harder to fix it? Or is there ever really a right moment to let go? I appreciate you watching till the end. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more content.